Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Brandon, aka the Workman's Pomp, aka your mom's favorite pizza boy, aka too many stupid nicknames that I make up and have been given. Today, I got another new one for you by Nostalgic Grooming, and that is the Nostalgic Grooming Firm Hold Clay. Now, what makes this stuff unique is that it's supposed to be a long-lasting, firm-holding, but light feeling in the hair clay. So let's get right into it. The scent on this, first and foremost, is the teakwood mahogany. Which I'll get into that in a second. But the presentation is the same as the others. You can see it's got that simple background with, I like the jam box, the boom box there, and then, you know, the ingredients on this side and to use it within a year, and the how to use it on this side. Also, this one has a sticker, which some do, on the bottom that tells you like when to use it by as well. Now, the scent, like I was saying, is the mahogany, the teakwood mahogany. It's a nice kind of subtle scent. It reminds me kind of like the mango sage in that it's just like lighter, masculine, nice, and subtle. I really like that about it. Opening it up and looking at it. Oh, and let me do the ingredients real quick before we get super far into it. There's distilled water, beeswax, emulsifying wax, white canyellin clay, mango butter, benetine clay, meadow foam seed oil, jojoba oil, cannadella wax, castor seed oil, hydrogenated castor oil, microcrystalline wax, soy wax, PEG 40, hydrogenated castor oil, stearic acid, fragrance, vitamin E, glycol, and sorbic acid. So this is a waxy and drier product, but we'll get into how it feels in a minute. You can see it's kind of got that natural, if you look inside, it's got the little bit of granules, but I mean, all of it breaks down. But it kind of looks like your typical brown clay. Scooping it, you're gonna have to put a little bit of effort into it. I can do it with my fingertip, but it does take a little bit to get it out. Top layer is going to be on the harder side, not too bad. And what you can do, which I've mentioned in my other pomade Nostalgic Grooming videos, is rub the top a couple of times like this. Just keep rubbing it with your thumb until it warms it up, and that will help you break it down and scoop it out easier. Breakdown on this, it's gonna feel thick and kind of like a thick paste-like when you're breaking it down, but pretty easy. Just do your typical warming of your hands up and you should be fine. Application, you might notice a little bit of tug and pull. Like I said, this tends to be on the drier side. So when you're applying it, the application, you know, might have, if you're putting it in like really dry hair, I got it in kind of damp right now. If you're just putting it in regular hair or damp hair, you might feel a little bit of tug and pull. Not bad. But if you're familiar with kind of the firm hold clays, it's nothing out of the normal, and it'll be nothing that you haven't experienced before. So slicking it back, starting off, I'm going to use the Afro Pick. Now, I've talked about this in some of my other reviews, and the reason why with some of this firmer products and stuff like that, heavier products or firmer products or drier products, what I'll do is start with the Afro Pick, so it basically will help. It'll just help make it a easier process to slick back, especially so you're not yanking on your head. Now I'm gonna slick it back, and you'll notice that it's a lot easier to deal with. This stuff, it does feel dry in the hair, but in the same sense, there's a good amount of grip. Which is what you're going to want for a clay, especially if you want to get some volume and stuff like that. So for a clay, this right off the bat has really good stylability and gripability, if that's even a word. Okay, I'm getting into the stylability with the Afro Pick. The garbage man just came and I had to stop my review for a minute because I'm sitting outside my work right now. So one thing about this, you can get some crazy good volume with this, and it doesn't take much. And because the product is so grippy, you can like you can pop it up to get like really crazy height in the front, and then just comb it down in the back and the sides if you have longer hair like me, and it'll lock it into place. So you can get this like really ridiculous, nice, tall pomp with very little to minimal effort, and it'll stay in place because of how grippy and manageable the product is. So I'm going to call, that's not work safe, but I'm going to call that good for for now. So what are my overall thoughts on the nostalgic grooming clay? Well, I like it a lot. It's really easy to style with. It's really easy to get good volume, and it has that tact and stickiness that you're going to really want, that grip you're going to want to hold in really, really big and volumized hairstyles. The scooping application breakdown, that is going to be a little bit on the tougher side. That is because this is a waxier product. Although even though it is waxier, it doesn't feel too dry in the hair. It is a tad on the drier side, not so much to the point to where I don't like it, because I don't like really dry products, but it definitely is on the drier side. But it being firm and it being waxier, it is pretty manageable for what it is. Also, I did test it just putting a little bit in, and you can get some texture, and you can put a lot in to get like a really, really good, nice hold like I'm doing here. So it is like other clays, versatile in that regards. Some clays you can't do that with. Some clays it's just not so good. You'll get a nice semi-matte. I noticed that because my hair is definitely darker, it shines a little bit, but you definitely get very close to matte look with this product. And like I said, endurance-wise as well, you're going to get probably almost an all-day hold. If I had to rate this, I would give this a 4.2 out of 5. This is a great clay and a great addition to the nostalgic grooming line. Like I said, if you're looking to try something new, looking to try something with really good hold that gives like really good volume, that's fine. This is going to work really well for you. You might have to work a little bit on the breakdown and the application, but like I said, if you're a clay user, you're going to be used to that, and it's really, out of all the clays I've tried, it's really not that bad and not that stringent for a clay. In regards to it being a firm hold clay. So let me know if you guys have tried this. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any other questions you have, feel free to leave them in the comments if I didn't address them, and have a good one.